What's up, everyone? Sebastian with Press Start Seb. The show. They blew each other's fucking arms off! So I just finished watching episode 478 of Naruto Shippuden, and it was an emotional gut punch. So the episode is kind of the culmination of Naruto's will they, won't they relationship throughout the duration of the series. They're just about beating the living shit out of each other and are lying there. And this show was ripe. This episode in particular was ripe with visual narrative and imagery. So they're blending in between stages of being dead and being alive, and it kind of takes you through like meaningful moments in the both of their lives. The rooftop battle where Sasuke Chidori's the water pump and Naruto Rasengan's his water pump. There's the tuning exam and other things like that. So it was a very nostalgic and makes you really see the extensivity of their relationship. Going back to this idea of visual storytelling, there was a lot of really interesting and well put together scenes. One of my favorite scenes of the entire episode was Naruto on the swing, which is like something you see a lot in flashbacks in Shippuden. And he would cut out of image and come back, and he'd be a child. He'd cut out of image, and he'd come back, and he'd be a little bit older. He'd cut out and be a little bit older until he was fully grown. And it shows the kind of juxtaposition between these two characters, the stories they've gone through, and how they've progressed to the point they're at right now. Now, this episode's not perfect. It could have done with a little bit of trimming of the fat. There was a lot of this like Sasuke narrative and Sasuke dialogue that maybe didn't need to be drawn out as long as it did. But that being said, this is going to sound kind of counter-argumentative. I love that this was given a full 20-minute, 2-minute episode on its own. After we had that huge battle for the last 2 episodes, it was nice to have a very quiet, intimate moment with these two characters, seeing where they are right now. This is very much, the whole series is kind of this relationship between Naruto and Sasuke, in addition to a bunch of other things, but very much so this relationship. So the fact that they took the time out and were brave enough to have just a dedicated 22-minute episode with just one continuous conversation, the characters didn't move, they just kind of laid there in pools of their own blood, which I'll get into in a minute. I thought it was really refreshing, and I admired the fact that they let scenes kind of play out in their own way. Okay, so back to what I said earlier. They fucking blew each other's arms off. I couldn't believe it. I was laying in my bed and the whole episode there's the blood dripping and the blood dripping and the blood dripping. I kept thinking, what the fuck is that? And then eventually when the camera slowly pans out, because they're only shot from like chest up the whole episode, and the camera pans out and you just see arms are gone. And I really liked how the blood kind of came together as if they were holding hands and doing the unison sign. And then even if you watched, as the credits played, the camera pulled out even further, and the 2 statues of Madara and the first Hokage had the hands that collapsed and formed the unison sign, which is what they were laying on, which kind of shows a blending of this feud between the Uchihas and the Senjus, and how over time it's kind of culminated into Naruto and Sasuke's relationship, and how important that is for right now, and how important it is in the grand lore of the show. And it's obviously the big emotional moment of Sasuke finally acknowledging Naruto as a friend, as a rival, as an equal, which is something that Naruto's consistently wanted from him more so than any other character in the show. And Sasuke cries, and one of the coolest things that I thought was an interesting way for the viewer to reflect and for Sasuke to reflect, so that his kind of change of opinion doesn't seem forced. It's his ability to see all of Naruto's memories, and most importantly, all of Naruto's memories with Itachi. It allows, through Naruto and Itachi's interactions, for Sasuke to realize how far removed he is from what Itachi actually wanted for the Leaf and wanted for Sasuke, and his just overall feelings of life in general and what it means to be a shinobi. So that was a really touching moment, and it allowed, as a viewer, to see Naruto's progressions continuously and then view it from a different kind of perspective, from how Sasuke must see it, having been removed from his life for such a long period of time. So overall, if I had to rank this from 0 to 10, I'd probably give it a 9. Now, it is kind of high, and it's not a perfect 10 because there is some of that fat that needs to be cut out. It was a little bit long in some instances, but the imagery was beautiful, the cinematography was beautiful, the animation was beautiful, it had a lot of heart, and this is, if not one of the most singularly impactful moments of the show. The show's kind of been building to this point, this relationship between these two friends, these two brothers, and how they are relating now. And so this is a very important episode as far as the show is concerned, and on those grounds and the things I said earlier, it's very much a 9. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys felt about this episode, if it was appropriate given the last two really action-packed, if you didn't mind the pace slowing down and getting a bit more of an emotional impact. And so next Friday will be another review of the next episode, so be sure to hit the subscribe button to follow that when that comes out. And thanks a lot, guys. See ya!